Welcome all. We have already started our lesson that was properties of natural resources. We have also completed a part of soil. We have seen the types of soil. We have started with the soil structure. We have seen the shapes, particularly the columnar, laminar, granular as well as block shape. They have been shown you in this particular figure also. The first one you can see it is columnar. The next one is laminar. Then the next part is granular and the another one is block shape. Okay, you can clearly understand by the picture which is given side by. Now what is the importance of soil structure? We have also seen it, but again we are going to revise it. The fertility of the soil depends upon the soil structure. How the soil actual is, the fertility of that particular soil is decided. For example, the humus content should be more in a soil which results to a good fertility. The advantages of the good soil structure are they gives enough supply of oxygen to the roots. If oxygen is properly provided to the root areas, first thing you can clearly keep aside that carbon dioxide is required for the growth of plant, but roots are underneath the soil. They require proper nitrogen and oxygen for their growth. So if the fertility of soil is good, it will provide the good oxygen to the roots. Water drainage is good. Water drainage means absorbing of water by the soil. It is good because of the good soil structure. Therefore the roots of the plants grow well, and that is the reason the roots go deep underneath and they grow well. So what are the uses of this soil? Plants conservation means they help the plants to grow properly. They help them to conserve it, to keep it safe. What are the next one is water conservation. Water conservation means it can absorb the water in such a way that water will be provided to us after rainy season also. What it means, we will just read out. Soil holds the water. As a result, by the means of pond and lakes, we can get the water throughout the year. You have seen the lake water, it is remaining up on it for a longer period of time. After the continuous evaporation, the water in the lakes also dry out, but still the holding property of the water, the holding property of the soil of the water is good, and it is said to be as water conservation. Plasticity. What is mean by plasticity? Plasticity means you can give the desired shape to that particular soil. Now you have seen the potters. They are constructing, or they have been doing this all type of clay activity, or they are giving various shape to the pots, etc. You can see the vase which we are using in our house. We are using the flower pots, we are using the pots. So these all are made from the soil itself, and the soil possesses the property of plasticity. Plasticity means you can give the desired shape. Desired means the shape which you want, and it is said to be as plasticity. Because of this plasticity, we can use it to make articles of variety of shapes. These articles can be baked into and make them hard. You are knowing that the bricks which have been used, they have been kept in some of the utensils, and later they have been heated up, so they are becoming more firm and strong. Water storage, earthen pots, earthen lamps, idols, bricks, etc. are the articles made by soil. We are using these pots for keeping the water also. The water in these pots remain cold for longer period of time. Earlier period, the people used to use, when fridge were not available, people used to use this water or these earthen pots for keeping the water cold. Now what are the uses of the types of the soil? The China clay. China clay means it is called as kaolin. It is white in color. It is used to make the crockery. Now normally you people will be using the teacups and the dishes. So this whatever the crockery like spoons, when you go in a hotel you can see the white color dish they gives you. See this all they are made up of this China clay. The bathroom tiles, the tanks, the laboratory apparatus. Laboratory apparatus means when you will go in higher classes, when you will go in 8th 9th standard, you will understand. When you are going to go in the science practical lab, you can see the utensils or the apparatus which are being used, the beakers, or for example the tripod, etc. They are being used, or they are using this China clay into it. Now the mask also and the jars also. Now shadow soil. It is also called as shadow soil. It is whitish in color. It is used for making statues and idols. The statues and idols which are made, they are using this shadow soil. Terracotta soil means what? This soil is red in color. The decorative articles and pots are used for growing plants are made from this soil. So we are using, see, the particularly the pots, small pots which are red in color, brown in color, and we keep the small plants in it. So that particular utensils or that particular articles are made from this terracotta soil. And multani soil means multani mitti, which we are using for cosmetic, which we are using on our face, and which we are using for varieties of cosmetic products. Okay, so these are some useful types of soil. Now one thing, China clay is an industrial mineral of type kaolinite. It is found in China and hence it is called as China clay. China clay, which we have just now seen, which is white in color, it is found in China, and that's why it is named as China clay. Upon heating, this soil acquires a glaze and hardness. When you heat this particular soil, it gets a typical type of hardness, and that is why it is being used in the crockery. Crockery means the variety of utensils which we use, the spoons, the dishes, etc. Now soil testing. What is soil testing? We will see. The proportions of the various soil ingredients of soil can be determined by soil testing. So which kind of nutrients are present in that soil can be determined by the soil testing. Ingredients means what? Whenever you are eating kurkure or whenever you are eating any of the food stuff, if you see at the back cover, you can see some of the ingredients present in it. They are telling you what constituents are present in that particular foodstuff. Same way, what nutrients are present in a soil, what ingredients are present in a soil is determined by soil testing. During soil testing, the soil is examined for color. The color is being checked. The texture, how soil is it like amorphous, or it is crystalline, or is it very much soft, like it is being tested that time. The proportion of organic matter means the natural minerals, how many natural materials are present in it. They are not checking for artificial or the fertilizers, or they are checking how much organics mean natural, how many natural content is present in that soil. Soil is tested to find out if there is deficiency of any ingredients and decide what measures should be taken to remove that deficiency. Deficiency means, for example, if that soil is lacking of the humus content, humus we all are knowing, if it is lacking out of it, so what we can do, how we are going to remove that deficiency of humus, what we are going to add in that soil is also determined by this soil testing. So the soil sample is collected first. It is dried in the open space for 8 to 10 days. Then it is shifted in a sieve. Two tests, namely the pH and the electrical conductivity test, are particularly useful for finding out the character of the soil. So two tests are being done. First test is pH test and second test is electrical conductivity test. They are used for finding out the ingredients in that soil. You can determine the fertility of the soil in your fields with the help of different tests. So they have given you some information that the great scientist, the Danish scientist Sorensen, put forth the concept of pH. He was the first person who have decided this concept of pH. What actually pH is? pH is normally our skin also consists of pH. If our pH balance decreases or it increase, the pH value increase or decrease, you will feel that your skin is little itchy, like you will feel that some rashes are coming on it. It should be normal, it should be neutral. Okay, so what actually it is, we will just see. Based on the concentration of hydrogen ions, to determine the pH of the soil, a mixture of water and soil is tested in the proportion of 1:2. 1:2 means water will be 1, otherwise the soil will be 2 amount. For example, if water you have taken in one particular content, double of that the soil should be there. It should be in the proportion of 1:2, and they are using several indicators. The red litmus indicator, they are using some different other purposes, like accordingly soil may be found in to be one of the following three types. So soil can be of three particular type. Our skin also is determined in these particular types itself. Acidic soil. Acidic means what? When the pH is less than 6.5. If it is less than 6.5, the particular soil is acidic. Neutral means what? It should be varying nothing like. It should be normal one. The pH should be around 6.5 to 7.5. That time it is neutral. And alkaline means the pH is higher than 7.5. So these are the three particular types according to which we can determine the type of the soil. If pH is less than 6.5, it is acidic. It is ranging from 6.5 to 7.5, it is neutral. And if it is more than 7.5, it is alkaline. Now, how the soil fertility is reduced, that we will see. The soil pH is less than 6 or higher than 8, you can say that soil fertility is totally gone. It should be not more than less than 6 and not more than 8. It should range between it. Low proportion of organic matter, the natural materials which are required for the soil, it should be more. If it is less, the soil fertility will be diminished. The no proper drainage of water. If water again and again it is getting stored, collected on the top of the soil, it is not properly drained, it is not properly percolated inside the soil fertility will be gone. Repeated cultivation of the same crop. If you grow same crop again and again on the same land, for example, if you are cultivating rice on that only land for number of years, the soil fertility will be reduced. Try to grow some other crop after alternate, like this time rice, next time groundnut, again rice, again groundnut. So that is why the fertility will be maintained. Continuous use of saline water. Saline water means, yes, you are not supposed to use the water which is consisting of salt into it. Excessive use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. See that you are using the pesticides and fertilizers in proper amount, in less amount. How much is required, that much only if you are giving, then it is okay. If you are giving more than that, you are particularly the soil will be, fertility will be gone. Now always remember one thing, soil texture is disturbed if chemical fertilizers are used excessively. Normally you only can understand this. If you are using anything excess or you are using anything in more amount than required, automatically it will affect your health also. Same way, if the soil is given more fertilizers than it is required, it will be not good for that land. Crops should be rotated in order to maintain the fertility. For I have told just now, you are not supposed to grow the same crop again and again on the same land. Try to shift the crops. For example, crop is rice crop you are growing in that particular area, in that particular field. You, for the next time, you are supposed to grow some other crop, some vegetables, like after some time or after the next season you are going to grow again the crop. So what happens, the fertility of that soil is maintained. For example, the fertility of land decreases after the harvesting of wheat. Hence leguminous crops like peanut, moong, moat beans, pea, lentils, Bengal gram, soya beans should be cultivated to restore the fertility of the soil. So after growing of wheat, gahu, you are supposed to grow some of the peanuts. Peanuts means shengdane. You are supposed to grow moong. Moat beans means matki. Pea, lentils, Bengal gram, soya beans, etc. should be grown in that particular field so that the fertility will be maintained. 5th December is used, or it is observed as World Soil Day to make the efforts of conserving the soil. So here your lesson gets over. I hope you have understood it. Try to see again and again this video so that you will understand it more clearly. Thank you.